Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you guys are having a good day out there with whatever you got going on. It's Wednesday, midway through the week of after the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom came out. Went to the midnight release with my son and my brother, and it was quite a bit of fun. Building memories, getting a game where my son, we went to Breath of the Wild when that came out, and he'll always remember that. And so those are some moments that are pretty awesome to have. Then got home, passed out. My son played it for a little while. This is like 1:30 in the morning. I didn't play it till the following morning, and it was excellent. They did a great job on this game. I've been pretty hooked on it ever since. Every once in a while, you get those games that really like draw you in and they hook you. This is one of them. And I always think this whenever they come out with a Zelda game, it's like death, taxes, and Legends of Zelda is going to be a valuable purchase. Like, it's going to be worth the money. I've never played a Zelda game that's not worth the money. Played a couple Zelda games that aren't my favorite, like, you know, Majora's Mask and the Zelda 2, I think it's The Adventures of Link. However, most of the other franchises that I've ever bought, I've been pleased with. They've been great games with lots of like exploration and discovery. Very excited about this game. I don't know how far through it I am. I mean, as far as like 100%ing, I'm sure I'm maybe 20%. Unlocked most of the regions so far. Took out my first Gleeok. Just so many cool references to older Zelda franchises. The story is very mysterious, even though it does... At first, when I started playing it, by the way, spoilers ahead, just in case. At first, when I started playing this game, I thought that maybe it could be an offshoot, like maybe its own story alongside Breath of the Wild. Some of the findings I've had makes me feel like it definitely is a direct continuation, because I found like a mural depicting Calamity Ganon with the hero against him. Some of the stuff's really weird. There's a new character named Rauru and Queen Sanya, and if you guys are playing it, you know what I'm talking about. At this point in the game, it's very ominous, like, to where they take place. They're supposedly the first Hylians, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, due to the fact that Ganon's there, and Demise fought Link, and when he lost, he thus created like a cursed cycle where Zelda, Link, and Ganon would continue fighting, Ganon being Demise, throughout history. Now, presumably the people of Skyloft, they weren't Hylians, but the Hylians were eventually descendants of them. So where did the Zonai come from in all this? Supposedly there's some race that kind of just existed and then disappeared. Very weird. I also think, you know, I like thinking about it, but I know that some people probably just don't even want to think about the timelines with Zelda, because even though they are connected and they have an official compendium, it's really weird because they don't feel like they were ever meant to coexist. It's just an odd thing that they do. However, I find it interesting. So far, the new Ganon looks incredible. Looks very like samurai-ish. I can't wait to actually fight him and take him on. I also thought that there was going to be a situation where you go directly to Hyrule Castle and you could take him on, but I don't know. Like, I went to Hyrule Castle and couldn't find him anywhere. So I don't know if maybe you have to complete a certain amount of the game before he appears or not. It'll be interesting to see like what the 100% like quick speedrunner people can come up with. Lots of returning characters. So far I've seen a handful of them. Some I recognize, some I don't. Like some of the Goron people, I guess they didn't leave a lasting impression. The leader of, I think her name's like Raji or Rajai, the leader of the Garuda Desert people, she, I think, is going to be returning in this game, and she's very interesting. She's memorable. And then the leader, Prince Sidon or something like that, I'd like to see him come back. I'm hoping he's in the game. In the last game, you got cool abilities from the old people that helped Link, the Hyrule Warrior people that were in charge. And this time around, you have a similar mechanic that's come back. And some of them are cool. One of them's like way less impressive so far. I've only done 2 of them. I have 2 more to go. I was kind of disappointed in the shrines coming back. I don't know how you guys feel. Like and comment down below on any ideas, theories you have, and how you feel about the game overall. I like shrines, but at the same time, like, I was hoping for something new, and it feels like they just kind of copy and pasted and put a new type of reason why you can go to the shrines and get powers. I did like the explanation at the beginning of the game to where, like, you lose all of your power due to the whatever that stuff is. I can't remember what it's called. I just keep calling it calamity. But it basically breaks you back down to being a beginner level person. And that's kind of cool. That actually gives you an explanation beyond just, oh, you started this game with 3 hearts, even though you ended Breath of the Wild with however many you ended with. It gives a lot of different reasons for, like, why the Master Sword, what's going on with that. They give you reasons for that. Why you're so weak. Obviously, everybody knew something was going to happen with that weird arm that you got. Just, you know, it's a traditional Zelda game trope. You always have something going on. Like in Twilight Princess, you had the wolf. In Ocarina of Time, you had the time travel Ocarina stuff. There is something pretty big. I'm not going to go into it. I know I did warn for spoilers. That is kind of crazy. That I don't know how I feel about it. As far as how the Master Sword gets repowered up. And if you guys have seen what causes that, you know. I'm hoping the Triforce comes into play at some point. I love the building stuff. There's so many cool different things. I do wish that they had given you the steering wheels a little bit sooner. And I also wish that there was a way to make it so your stuff didn't run out of power. I know you can, like, take the battery charge things to continuously give yourself power. But it would be cool if you actually had a vehicle you could just drive around everywhere. You know, you didn't have to worry about it running out of power, because that would actually be fun. It is fun anyways, but it's just kind of a bummer that you build something and then all of a sudden you're flying around with it and the pieces give out and you're just like, uh-oh, now I'm falling. Now I need to take out my stuff. Now I need to rebuild. I gotta find a place to land. It was funny when the first day when we brought it home, my son was like, wow, you got the whole skies. This place is massive. You have the normal planet surface and the skies. That's crazy. There's gonna be so much stuff to look at. And then we realized there's actually a third layer, the depths. And underneath the map, there's an entire layer. So there's even another level beyond, like, the craziness of what you'd see and be like, oh my gosh, that's crazy that they have so much here. I think that's really cool. The depths as a whole, I am not the craziest fan of them because they're very dark. I prefer to be where you can see most of the time, but I'm gonna go down there and explore them. There are some cool enemies. There's something down there that you have to go down there for, probably just so you know that it's there, because there's a possibility. I'm guessing that you could maybe ignore it the whole time if they didn't give you, like, missions that needed to go down in the depths. So that part's interesting. I love a lot of, you know, the returning stuff, being able to go to the old villages that were in the last game and seeing how they've repaired themselves, as well as, like, Terrytown, which you helped rebuild. Seeing, like, how they're doing now and stuff is really cool. Same for the Gorons and, you know, the Zora, I know they're in there. I haven't been there yet. What are the Rito, and then people in the Gerudo Desert, which I've been there a little bit, and it's hard to traverse there yet. So I felt like, I always feel like the Gerudo, probably from the earlier Zelda titles like Ocarina of Time, the Gerudo region always seems like an end game type area, like someplace you don't go till last. So I've been holding off to go there again until I finish off the Rito, the Goron, and the Zora dungeons. Just because something about it feels like the right way. I've also been trying to take my time, you know, discovering different villages, seeing what's happened to them in the meantime, trying to rebuild places that have gotten attacked. I've come across a few adventures where you, like, go after pirates, and that's kind of cool. Like, you know, that was like Wind Waker type stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to, as a whole, I'm enjoying it. I'm running around, I'm trying different things. I'm trying to really, like, spend time doing stuff so the game feels like it lasts a while. There's a lot to do, which is good. And there's a lot of interesting stuff to do. And sometimes, you know, it's like one of the, you know, traditional open world game. You set off like, I'm going to go to that shrine that I see miles off in the distance. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, you know what? I just came across this Korok that I'm going to bring to his friend. Or, you know, I found a cave and I start exploring that. And sometimes you end up finding a shrine, or maybe it's just a cool outfit from an old game, or it's just a cool outfit from a new game. I found some new stuff that's pretty interesting. So I'm having a lot of fun. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun. I have a lot to talk about with it, and as I continue to progress through the game, I'll probably do more videos because it's exciting to talk about. Please like, comment down below, subscribe if you can. I don't have a ton of different content. It's mostly just me talking to you guys, but if I see a lot of comments, I will definitely remark about them in the next video and talk to you guys about them. I'm very excited about Zelda. Hope you guys are too. Have a great day. If you don't have it, go out and get yourself a copy of Tears of the Kingdom. It'll be worth the $70. And I don't think a lot of games nowadays are worth the $70. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.